Good evening. We invite you all to find a seat so our commencement ceremony can begin. We expect to enjoy a wonderful celebration this evening. However, in the event of an emergency, school system and pavilion staff will follow our emergency operations plan. If there is a need to evacuate during today's ceremony, please exit the pavilion through the nearest exit and seek the nearest safe shelter. In addition, school staff members in security vests are waving to you now from the exits at each of the four corners of the pavilion. Please note the location of the nearest exit, and in case of emergency, walk, do not run to that exit. If there is an announcement to evacuate, we will not resume the program. Diplomas can be picked up Thursday, June 3rd at Howard High School between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. At this time, we ask that you clear the aisles for the safety of the graduates as they process to their seats. Thank you.
Start getting reeds ready, please. Start making sure reeds are okay. All right, you don't have to play, but you just need to make sure the reed is not totally evaporated and dry. Concert F, concert F, concert F, concert F, concert F. Okay, let's just get a pitch. Okay, let's just settle in because what I just heard up here was like, oops. Okay, concert F, 2, 3, concert F. Okay, just the flutes real quick. Just the flutes, concert F. Ready? Flutes. Who entered in last over here is super duper sharp. Let me just hear the 5 of you. 1, 2, ready, and all the flutes. 2, ready, and go. Okay. 1 minute. My bet is 18 minutes and 24 seconds.
Shorter than what we did in class?
No, we did it in 16 minutes in class.
What did you predict?
18:24. Okay, ready? And we are in.
Excuse me. Are they gonna give me some type of like cue? So I gotta set it all off right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't have like
He
a
has
cue
to
or anything.
start.
Okay. All right. No pressure, huh? Right now?
Oh,
Good evening. I am Ryan Adai. Please stand and remove your hats during the presentation of our national colors by the Howard High School JORTC Color Guard. Appreciate it.
when do I go?
Please be seated. Thank you. Welcome to the commencement exercise for the Howard High School graduating class of 2022. This has been a long anticipated celebration for all of our seniors and their families and friends. To set the tone for this dignified and prestigious occasion, we ask the following. 1, please kindly turn off all of your electronic devices or set them to vibrate. 2, applaud in a respectful manner and refrain from calling out names. 3, everyone in the audience would like to hear the names of their graduate. Therefore, we request that you do not blow or use air horns or any other device that would impede the ability of anyone in the audience from hearing the names of their graduates. Please applaud and show celebration when all rows of graduates have been called and received their diplomas. Thank you all for working with us to make this a very dignified and memorable experiences for the graduates and their families.
Salutations, my esteemed guests, honorary members, faculty, administration.
Man,
parents-
forget that. It's graduation. Hey, class of 2-2, how we feel today? Hey, turn me up. Wow. I honestly can't even believe that we're here today. Now they got me up here in front of all these people. Wow, there's a lot of y'all. Honestly, I'm feeling a little nervous right now.
Well, you know what I heard, picturing the crowd naked kind of helps in these kind of situations.
You know, that's a good theory, but I just see Mr. Novak. I just saw my English teacher. Hey, shout out Mr. Stump.
Well, these past 4 years have been very eventful.
I still remember how cute we were on the first day.
Well, most of us at least.
Not you. It's like, nah. Anyway, yeah, we really have made it through a lot, though. And I can say this with honest certainty. Our class had the most unique high school experience ever.
Just think about it. Half of our time in high school was spent at home in bed.
Anyway, yeah. We really have made it through a lot, though. Jokes aside, though, I think it's safe to say that we were all caught off guard by what happened in 2020. What was supposed to be an early spring break turned into an extended period of isolation and uncertainty.
Many of us experienced hardships during this time. We still had to tend to our normal obligations, even though we were living in a situation that was so foreign to all of us.
But you know what? Even with all the homework, the tests, the lost hours of sleep, homework assignments, schools, wars, pandemics.
Gas prices, not having enough followers on Instagram, not having TikTok followers.
You know what? We still prevailed. We are a mighty class. We learn from our tribulations, our trials, our wins, our losses, our unfortunate moments, and we survive because we are strong, we are resilient, and we are worthy. And I think that is worthy of celebration.
Well, enough about the students. You'll get your time to shine later. We're here to celebrate Mom and Dad, all of you. I know I speak for my class and myself as well when I say that everyone in this audience has been an essential part of our high school careers. We truly appreciate you and regard you as family.
For as long as we can remember,
Actually, much longer than that.
you've loved and supported us. You've driven us to practice. You've made us laugh. And you've been the village that's really reinforced us.
So, to our entire school community, to our teachers, to our grandparents, to our aunts, to our uncles, brothers, and sisters, we congratulate you too. We wouldn't be here without you.
From what we've experienced, we know that we have a lifelong support system, a loyal support system that'll help us through anything that we go through.
And so, to our beloved audience, and on behalf of the graduating class of 2022, it is our pleasure to welcome you to this year's graduation ceremony.
Thank you.
you.
Rise up, follow me, come away is the call, with love in your heart, as the only song. There is no such beauty as where you belong. Rise up, follow me, I will lead you
At this time, we would like to introduce our guests on the stage and those seated in the audience.
We are honored to have with us Dr. Calvin Ball, Howard County Executive. Vicki Contrano, Chair, Howard County Board of Education. Dr. Chow Wu, Member, Howard County Board of Education. Dr. Michael J. Martorano, Superintendent of Schools, Howard County Public Schools. Mr. Nick Novak, Principal, Howard High School. The Honorable Katie Fry Hester, Maryland State Senator, District 9. The Honorable Clarence E. Lamb, Maryland State Senator, District 12. The Honorable Vanessa Atterbury, Maryland State Delegate, District 13. The Honorable Eric Ebersole, Maryland State Delegate, District 12A. The Honorable Jessica Feldmark, Maryland State Delegate, District 12A. The Honorable Dr. Terry Hill, Maryland State Delegate, District 12A. The Honorable Courtney Watson, State Delegate, District 9B. Jennifer Peduzzi, Community Superintendent, Area 2. Anissa Dennis, Chief School Management and Instructional Leadership Officer. Scott Washington, Chief Operating Officer. James Lamont, Executive Director of Community, Parent, and School Outreach. Terry Savage, Executive Director of Special Education. And Ron Morris, Performance, Equity, and Community Response Director, Area 2.
Also seated on stage, Mr. Dale Castro, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Jennifer Patterson, Assistant Principal. Mr. Brian Sackett, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Allison Valinsky, Assistant Principal Intern. Mr. Dwayne Williams, Assistant Principal, the Homewood Center. Mrs. Beth DeFrancis, Athletics and Activities Manager. Seated with the graduates are the members of the Howard High School leadership team. At this time, will the leadership team please rise to be recognized? Also joining us today is Christina Smith, RN, Academy of Health Professionals and ARL Teacher of the Year. Each assistant principal will be reading the graduates' names. Dr. Wu will be assisted by our dedicated class sponsors, Mrs. Kristen McManus and Miss Erica Dean. Choral arts teacher Mrs. Carrie Hall and band teacher Mr. Brian Welker are sitting with their respective groups. Special thanks are extended to the following for their contributions to this evening's ceremony: Lieutenant Colonel Patricia Marshall, Surgeon First Class Sean Boone, and the JROTC cadets, members of the school board, chamber choir, teacher Mrs. Megan Laser, and members of the sign language class. Robin Page and Jennifer Somerville will be our sign language interpreters for the evening.
And let's not forget the return of Assistant Principal Dr. Napoleon Saunders. I'm Eddie Calkins.
And I'm Brianna Duffy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
class of 2022, our honored guests.
Good evening, everyone. This journey through high school has felt like a train ride. We all expected to board the train, ride it until the very end, and deboard. But in fact, our journey was the complete opposite. Along the way, we made many stops, and with each stop, more people got on, and some even got off. With each person, we became more comfortable and took the time to get to know one another. We became more than just passengers. We became a family. When looking back at high school, remember all the lessons you learned on this train ride. Remember all the pivotal moments that changed your perspective on other people, moments that changed your perspective on life as a whole. As we are all looking forward to the next big steps that we will take in our lives, let us allow our past to be the fire that fuels our future. As an entire class, we have been through a lot. The last thing that any of us expected was to experience half our high school careers through a computer screen. It was like rain started drizzling outside, and eventually it started to heavily pour. That led the train to severely slow down, and the end seemed nowhere in sight. We missed out on numerous sports seasons, school concerts, pep rallies, spirit weeks, and worst of all, the opportunity to make everlasting memories with each other. But that rain watered the dirt that we were buried under, and what arose from it was a strong and genuine sense of community, not just between students, but parents and teachers as well. Through being separated, we were brought closer together. Something so prominent and consistent within our class that I have not witnessed in any other is how much we depend on each other. On February 28th, we had a culture day at Howard. Everyone representing their cultural backgrounds really showed how we have a light that shines in the innermost parts of each and every one of us. It allows us to come together and form a mosaic of togetherness. The reason why the unity between us is of great strength is because of how individually we've all been molded. We fit together like puzzle pieces. What one lacks, another will always possess. At this point, we've reached our final destination and the train is coming to a stop. Personally, there have been a lot of bumps I felt along the way. There were times when I looked outside the window and I was in unknown territory, filled with nothing but anxiety when I thought about the future. What settled my spirit was when the person next to me took my hand, squeezed it tight, and said, "I'll be right here with you no matter where we are." We couldn't have made it here without each other. The way that we've walked with our heads held high and our chests puffed out for the last year is the way that we'll walk into the world and make lasting impacts on each and every person that we will meet. The special light that shines within us will never dim, but only continue to get brighter. Howard Pride is something that we will have for years to come, and it always will enable a connection between all of us. Remember, once a lion, always a lion. We are each other's harvest. We are each other's business, and we are each other's magnitude and bond. And now, our train has stopped at its very last stop. It's time to gather our belongings and exit safely into the future. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
My name is Isrita Matasetti.
And my name is Kiara Batanga.
And it is our honor to share some special words with you all on
and
this
by you all, we really mean you, class of 2022.
Seniors, before we go through our 2-hour-long list of names and leave for good,
why don't we all take a quick trip down memory lane? Yes. Let's all go all the way back to freshman year, our one and only year of complete high school normalcy.
Hey, Kiara, what was your most memorable thing from freshman year?
It has to be the crowdedness of the B hallway.
Confession, I genuinely liked the crowdedness of the B hallway.
What?
Okay, wait. Hear me out. Freshman me is walking through the B hallway, and everyone's pushing each other, and then somebody accidentally pushes me into this really tall, handsome guy.
Ooh,
but not just any handsome guy. Class of 2019, handsome guy.
Ooh, class of 2019, girl, they were fine.
Yeah, they were. And then I do the Debbie Ryan and I walk away because I'm not like other girls, and he can't stop thinking about me.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, so what else is there about freshman year? I remember it was our one and only year of normal Winterfest.
Oh my gosh, yes, the talent show at our school, off the charts. The singers, the dancers, the jump ropes, and the taekwondo artists.
And Mr. Sackett playing the piano.
But I'd say the highlight of the night of the freshman year was Mr. HHS.
Yup. High school Magic Mike. Good times, good times. Okay, so what about sophomore year?
Sophomore year doesn't count, let's be honest. We were barely there.
Oh, yeah, March 13th. We all really thought it was just gonna be 3 weeks off.
And the next thing you know, we were finishing sophomore year through a Google Meet on some random day in June.
Okay, so sophomore year doesn't really count. What about junior year?
That doesn't really count either, but my favorite thing was probably the teachers telling us to turn on our cameras, and you're like half awake, haven't changed your shirt, taking the crust out of your eyes, and for some of us, taking the bonnet off of our heads. Most likely,
Yeah, I was always cooking breakfast for my class. But I also enjoyed the Wednesdays off. It was very unnecessary, but also necessary at the same time. What else? Oh, my Google Meet connection always did me dirty, like cutting out during an online test.
Oh, don't even get me started on the number of times I was kicked out of my meetings for sleeping. Wait, I mean no reason.
And we had another Winterfest, but virtual. I remember that much.
Didn't everyone sing driver's license?
Probably. Also, why does it seem like all we remember is being online and Winterfest?
Because half of our high school experience was through a screen.
Speaking of staring into screens, didn't some people go back into person at the end of the school year, only to sit on Google Meets on their Chromebooks, even though the teacher was only 3 feet away from them?
And the teachers were speaking into their computers? Yes. Yes, they did.
All right, so that brings us to senior year. What a ride it's been.
You're right. There's so many things that we're going to look back on fondly.
Amazing sports teams.
Like the girls' volleyball, basketball teams, and our track team.
And Mr. Novak's Trivia Tuesday, which I'm sure everyone was dying to participate in.
School spirit to support the boys' basketball team, which, you know, I always had front seats to since I was part of the best cheerleading team.
What else is there?
Clubs. There was literally a club for everything at Howard.
Right. Don't we have up to like 80 clubs? But who's counting? Oh, but that reminds me, I just feel like before we leave this school, we should just give it up for our marching band. I have never seen such dedication in my life.
I have watched our marching band put their blood, sweat, and tears into their work. You know that one song that goes dun 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 dun? Yeah, I always see them out in the parking lot in the scorching hot sun practicing their lungs out as I drive out.
Kiara, you know what else takes a lot of dedication?
What?
Getting to school on time. One time, I was late to school, and the whole experience was like Mission Impossible. I tried to sneak in through the back door, but then Mr. Dickerson would always catch me and send me to the front office.
Oh, the yellow late slips from the front office? I was once 2 minutes late to first period, 2 minutes. And I ended up losing 12 minutes of class just getting to the tiny yellow slip in front of the office.
99% of the time, those yellow slips should say student drivers.
It's just crazy how we're one of the largest schools in the county, and we recently just figured out that we should have a one-way entrance in and a one-way entrance out.
And it should probably be multiple entrances and multiple exits, considering the fact that every morning from 6:30 to 7:30, we block traffic of a 1-mile radius in all directions. Okay, but enough of all the whining. Let's talk about prom.
Oh my gosh. Everyone looks so amazing. Definitely more like the Met Gala if you ask me.
And so many people brought culture with their fits, the accessories, the makeup, just serves left and right.
Yeah, but some did bring that COVID.
Yup. We love our outbreak classrooms.
But in all seriousness, when it comes to school, everyone remembers how hard it was or who was the meanest teacher. Not you, Grumpy Stumpy, wherever you at. But I hope we remember these small memories as well as the million other things we've experienced over the years, like our many firsts. Our first house party, our first relationships, our first car, and for most of us, our first prom.
And while we have become adults, or well, most of us, I know we can all remember the many great things that make Howard Howard. There is our diversity,
The amazing staff,
our post-pandemic school spirit,
the variety of club and sponsored events,
our chill yet academic atmosphere,
and our very own 7-Eleven, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and Burger King. So wherever we may go, let us remember these stories as what it connects us and together to make us the family that we are today.
And with this year being Howard's 70th year of standing with pride, let us remember to continue to carry that pride for another 70 years.
Best of luck on your adventures, Lions.
And congratulations once again, class of 2022.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Peter Banyas, and I'm your student member on the Howard County Board of Education. As well as a proud member of the Howard High senior class. All right, I wrote this speech on a rainy day, and I remember thinking, if I could come up with just one good word, this whole speech would come together. If. That word felt so emblematic of our high school experience. See, when we first entered Howard High, we went from being the big, tough, confident 8th graders to being the young freshmen in a school run by really mature, grown-up, Clash Royale playing seniors. So we all thought, if I were a senior, I'd be so cool. Well, you know what? Based on what I see here, I think we can check that off. So nice job. In sophomore year, we were buried in outlining for government class, and we probably told ourselves, oh, if I had more time, then I could get this done. But then that wish came true with school shutting down, and we had no idea what to do. And so in junior year, we all sat in Google Meets telling ourselves, if this were in person, physics would be no problem. And eventually we came back and realized, oh, physics actually might be a problem. But at least we learned Newton's first law of motion and of life. An object or human will not change its motion unless a force acts upon it. In other words, we had to choose to get up out of our beds, choose to swipe out of TikTok, and choose to try to find things that made us genuinely happy. Maybe that was through music, biking, a new hobby, but in every case, we had to choose that fulfillment. And therein lies our source of power. Although we're here today to graduate ceremonially, our real graduation has already taken place. It was the moment that we granted ourselves full responsibility and control over our lives. It was the moment where we made the hard choice to prioritize our future over our present, and it was the moment our future selves will thank us for. So when we think about all of these if statements, being a senior, having free time, being in person, we have to figure out if these wishes are truly beyond our control or if a choice can get us in the right direction. So as we move forward, if the sky starts falling, what should we do? Well, the first thing I would do is look up. Because if I see Howard High's auditorium ceiling tiles, I'm sprinting out of there. But if it's just some rain in the form of an inconvenience or a challenge, then we have to accept that we'll get a little wet. It might be difficult. But most importantly, we must accept that we can make it through if and only if we choose to. So I'll conclude with a quote from a favorite quarantine TV show of mine. In peace, may you leave this shore. In love, may you find the next. Safe passage on your travels until our final journey to the ground. May we meet again.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our County Executive, Dr. Calvin Ball.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. Good evening, everyone. Boy, there's way too many people in here to be that quiet. Good evening, everyone. Now, on a day when we are packed and it is hot, I believe that it is critically important to adhere to the 3 B's of giving a speech set forth by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was elected to 4 terms as President of the United States. Be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Now, I became your county executive 4 years ago when you all became freshmen. And we've grown together. My first year in office was much like a freshman year, figuring out where the bathroom was and learning that there was no pool on the roof like I was told. I remember the excitement, awkwardness, and anxiety, as well as the hope of learning new things, making new friends, and trying not to look too silly. We were on a new road with new signs together. I made some mistakes, and I'm sure you all might have made some too, but we knew that by the end of the year, we could grow and make a better second year. During our shared sophomore year, as we were preparing to take the lessons that we learned and forge them into an even better year, we began to hear about something dark on the horizon. The road was becoming a bit scary. Our junior year was a treacherous, lonely road, sometimes filled with anxiety, isolation, and uncertainty. That year was pretty much virtual, with you learning online and me taking my meetings online and my wife cutting my hair. Thank you, honey. Empty roads and days filled oftentimes with a similar emptiness. Many of us experience loss that we're still working through. I lost my dad, who was my best friend and my hero. And as seniors, our 4th year has been one where, although we are on the road to recovery, there have been twists and turns and a few bumps along the way. However, to our beloved graduates, this journey, our journey, we overcame obstacles and frustrations, negativity and division, fear and loss. We worked through distance from friends and family, physical and mental health challenges, and more. Here you are today, graduates. You persevered, you were resilient, you made it. And while I feel a special connection to you all given our shared journey, please know it isn't just me. You've made your teachers, your families, all of Howard County supremely proud of you. Your success is something that is helping to reignite the flames of hope in all of us and lights the way toward a better tomorrow. To all of your family members and loved ones, thank you for your steadfast support of our graduates. And while we may want to forget a lot about these last 4 years and only focus on the good things ahead, I ask that you resist that urge. Before your next steps toward a new beginning, whatever that may be, reflect upon what you've learned, how much you've conquered, and all that you've accomplished. Look around and embrace the magic of this moment. This magnificent moment that we share with the people who love and support you and who have cared for and nurtured you throughout your entire life. You are prepared to keep learning, learning new things, making new friends, and knowing that it's okay to look a little silly sometimes. And it's okay to be a little scared. You've learned how to read new signs and maybe even create some of your own. Congratulations, and God bless you.
When something is broken and you try to fix it, trying to repair it any way you can, you might not recognize those lyrics since I didn't sing them, but you're probably happy that I didn't. They are from Coldplay's X and Y, and at least one graduate here tonight who DM'd me on Instagram had to sacrifice not attending the Coldplay concert tonight. But we've all made a few sacrifices over these last few years, and most of them were a bit more significant than missing Coldplay. It is interesting, though, to hear those lyrics and think about where we've been and how we've all felt a little broken at times. But as our students here have shared tonight, these lions are resilient. My speech this evening is crowdsourced from the graduates who I spoke with at the senior breakfast last week. After, of course, you cleaned up the hot dogs on sticks in the front lawn. Those of you who have seen my graduation speeches know that I don't give just a normal graduation speech. So we're going to do things tonight Mad Lib style. Dr. Ball, Dr. Martirano, hope you can help me there. Ms. Peduzzi, go ahead and give them some cue cards there. If you want to go ahead and join me over at the other podium, you can go ahead and go over there so that everyone can hear you there. What you're going to do is you're going to take turns. I will pause my speech and give you an opportunity there to fill in there. Dr. Ball, you'll go first, and then Dr. Martirano, you'll go second there. And so the cards are numbered, so they've got some little things there to go with our seniors' responses there. Are we good? We understand? All right, here we go. I think so. Good evening, class of 2022. I know this year has been a bit
challenging.
At times, even
interesting.
Oh, you blew it already. Okay, we'll try that again. Alternating. So we go Dr. Ball, then Dr. Martirano. Dr. Ball,
This is going to be
Martirano.
so smooth once we get this down.
It is. It's going to be good there. But that's how Mad Libs are. You know, we got to work it out there. So we could try it. We'll start again. Are you ready? We're going to try it one more time. And then we'll get into the rhythm.
Forget the first time. This is the one that counts.
Yeah. But this is how we learn. We learn from failure, and then we can pick our way up, and we get there. So, first attempt in learning, fail, okay? Good evening, class of 2022. I know this year has been a bit
challenging.
At times, even
chaotic.
Some may say your senior year was
interesting.
And for others, it was
bittersweet.
However you have felt about this year, it has quickly come to an end, and now you're graduating. As you prepare to leave Howard High, you may be feeling
happy
or
sad.
You could be a little
nervous
or perhaps just feeling
bittersweet.
There's that word again. I'm sure that you will miss your
friends and your favorite teachers.
You'll probably miss
bittersweet.
Oops, wrong card. Sorry. Friday night football or basketball game. Sorry, Dr. Martirano. That was my failure that time.
Bittersweet.
But you probably won't miss
tardy table, crowded hallways, freshmen.
Or
and you know what I'm going to say. And you know what I'm going to say. Bittersweet. No. Sophomores and pretty much anyone not a senior.
You also won't miss
the early mornings
and
the long lines at the senior breakfast.
Seniors, you are moving on to bigger and better things, pursuing careers in
cybersecurity
and
medicine.
Things like
biochromatics
and
finance.
Some of you in this crowd might actually go on to become a
pro golfer
or
a web developer.
You could be the future
Howard County executive
or the
Bittersweet? No. Superintendent of the Howard County Public Schools.
Whatever you do, remember the advice that you gave underclassmen is also good advice for you too.
Don't worry about what other people think.
Get involved.
Don't procrastinate.
And
go to class and turn your work in on time.
Class of 2022, congratulations and good luck. Remember, once a lion, always a lion. Dr. Ball, Dr. Martirano, thanks so much for your support for Howard High. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the Howard community? Dr. Ball?
The next county executive is funding a parking garage for the Howard High, an additional bonus for outstanding Howard staff, maybe?
Wow, that's incredible. Dr. M, how about you?
There's a disclaimer to this. This is not true. Howard students and staff, let's end the school year right now. Not.
Just amazing. Thank you so much for these phenomenal contributions to Howard. Obviously, it's a joke, folks, there. If you're watching there, Howard has to go to June 17th, just like everyone else. We'll talk afterwards, Dr. Martirano, we know. So, in all honesty, though, thank you for your leadership and support. Let's have a round of applause, Dr. Ball and Dr. Martirano. And one last time, class of 2022, congratulations. Dr. Wu and Dr. Martirano, as principal of Howard High School, I hereby certify that the members of the class of 2022 have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Howard County Public School System and the Maryland State Department of Education. They are eligible to receive a Maryland High School diploma, a certificate of completion, certificate of attendance, or certificate of achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Dr. Michael J. Martirano, Superintendent of Howard County Public Schools.
Now, you know how I'm going to start this speech. Bittersweet. You like that over there. Good evening, Howard County. How are we doing? Good? Come on, we need a little energy in here. Give these beautiful young people a round of applause. Come to life, Howard County. Come to life. They have endured. They've done everything wonderful. Young people, you look marvelous. You look marvelous, and you are at the center of all of our thoughts. We have symbolically placed you in the middle of this arena, and you are surrounded by so many wonderful leaders. All of your supporters are here. You are just fantastic. And again, give them another thunderous round of applause. They deserve all that they can get. Now, I know that you are going to find this disappointing, but I'm the only thing there's one other thing in between you and your diplomas. And so I'm going to go very fast, as quickly as I can, but I do have a few things I want to say. There is no question, and I know that all your parents would agree, that you've achieved many great feats, both inside and outside the classroom. However, having strong character is the wraparound ingredient that has set you apart. You have demonstrated strong character by showing perseverance, grit, resilience, determination, grace, compassion, and of course, you've conveyed empathy. For that, you should be exponentially proud and give yourself a round of applause. Now, additionally, I want you to think of these as well. Many people are going to be giving you advice, and I have a few things that I'd like to say that I hope you remember tomorrow. I want you to always work hard. I want you to be kind, and I want you to use your skills, education, and talents to make a difference for those who are less fortunate than you. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Next, never be afraid to say that I'm sorry and that I love you, because leading with forgiveness and love is a position of strength, and it will make all the difference in the world. Would you agree? Absolutely. Please do that. And now my most profound prophetic comment of the evening. And I want you to listen and I want you to write this down. Never, ever put pineapple on pizza. And that is something that you should never do. On that note, I wish you nothing but goodness. I love you. I am so proud of you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Chow Wu, our Board of Education member, who will make a few comments as I get ready to fist pump you as you come across the stage and receive your diploma. Job well done. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Chow on behalf of Howard County Board of Education. Congratulations, Class 2022. You finally graduated. I'm so proud of you, and you've gone through so much over the last 4 years. Turbulent, challenging, but successful last 4 years. I'm here to share a short story. Long time ago, there was an emperor. He thought he had the most beautiful clothes, which were made by 2 cheaters. Apparently, his cabinet, his fans, and his followers did not reveal the truth. He showed off with the new dress, basically nothing, in a huge parade. Probably everybody heard about that, right? In the crowd, there's a little kid whispered, "Daddy, Daddy, why does the emperor wear nothing?" The question broke the silence. Our young friends here tonight, please be as brave as this little kid. You are fearless to fight injustice. You are pure to believe everyone is kind. You are ambitious to make an impact and change the world. After high school, you will find the world is complex, diverse, and sometimes puzzling. Our young friends here tonight, please be as brave as this little kid, asking questions, challenging authorities, looking for fact. You always have choices. If you find something is too good to be true, then it may be false. If everyone else is outraged or offended, maybe you can cool down and ask why. So be happy and be brave. Congratulations, Class 2022.
You'll let me know whenever. Ready? Ready?
Bell Altum Odessa Larson. Sharon Iregbedima Itapen. Ryan Osei Adai Jr. Edward James Calkins. Brianna Marie Duffy. Uzochukwu Faith Alonia. Peter Joseph Banyas. Kiera Yashira Batanga. Azritha Matasetti. Priscilla June Choi. Sophia Zaria Del Rosso Freeman. Caden William King. Kenza Zohir. Nicholas Adler Drummond. Naomi Ufut Andrew. Ember Clulo Anderson. Avery Marie Fahey. Courtney Renee Fellers. Jenna Lynn Gilby. Alyssa Miriam Gorney. Sang Hung Lee. Olivia Grace Miller. Shay Liam O'Loughlin. Anjure Alua Olawatani Adeboyo. Nimrit Kaur Ahuja. Oyen Damola Mary Akinrobe. Athir M. Al-Sadi. Aisha Fatima Alam. Matthew David Allen. Sarah Elizabeth Al-Yassiri. Anika Dimple Amin. Mafo Joel Amuso. Braden Riley Anderson. Christian Burton Anderson. David Maurice Anthony Anderson. Kamsi Anyumihe. Samto Chukwu Aniyomire. Kelsey Lynn Arnold. Andrew G. Guang Ayu. Mark Olawashore Ayu Dugbison. Kendall Aaliyah Bacon. Dean Araji Baghdadi. Macklin Bala Subramanian. Brianna Nicole Barr. Tyler Ray Baruch. Kevin Michael Bassett. Asadbek Bayekmadov. Adam Assam Bayumi. Miles Luis Bell. Alexander Macy Berman. Danielle Nicole Berman. Joshua Ryan Berman. Deja Essie Berry. Kaylee Ann Berry. Hannah Ifealua Bramo. Joseph Michael Brainerd. Samantha May Megumi Brothers. Anaya Mackenzie Brown. Sydney DeJay Brown. Bala Ibrahim Bundu. Sophia Lorraine Barone. Jerry Christiana Fernan Cabernac. Shannon Nicole Campbell. Tashanti Loren Carroll. Ian Joseph Cavanaugh. Orumcha. Jack Salacuse Chalupa. Kadnaya Imani Chambers. Sarah Emma Chen. Darlington Vermore Chanikan. Sejul Chabra. Obina Alexander Chanaka. Samantha Young Jin Cho. Evan Anthony Cisna. Lillian June Cisna. Zachary James Claude. Shannon Louise Clifford. Dylan Samuel Cohn. Alexis Kira Colburn. Ajani Cole. LaPria Dejeen Cole. Madeline Grace Coleman. Haley Marie Condren. Clayton Lee Conley. Nina Meade Cooper. Sydney Grace Corley. Willis Earl Crosby. Michaela Angel Carol Cunningham. Amy DaCosta. Alsani Elhaz Daffy. Tony Kebawa Darko. Molly Mackenzie Davis. Vijay Calarico Dayab. Alexander Charles Dean. Kaylee Delilah De Los Santos. Caitlin Grace Denicola. Lucia Rose Denmead. Kathleen Blua Deval. Drew Dewan. Shlok Manav Daria. Emily Jessica DiPietro. Winston Dong. Jarina Gorma DeBoer. Carmen Victoria Dove. Elena Marie Dernack. Chad Tucker Eakes. Kristen Taylor Eckert, Marlena Rose Eckert, Skylar Marie Ehart, Christopher Boris Elliker, Maxwell Burke Elliker, Jordan Nayla Ephraim, Jacob Isaac Esfahani, Nicole Grace Esker, Daryl Jesse George Evans Jr., Kylie Jordan Farrell, Jessica Taylor Ferris, Jacob Francis Fields, Magina Filzami, Michael James Folster, Naomi Eliza Foote, Brandon Caleb Franco, Ashley Nicole Furr,
Jillian Grace Gallagher, Darian Rose Garner, Ashton Joseph Getz, Adam Ashraf Garib, Abbasi Ghazi, Lavender Brianna Gilmer, Emmanuel Guyern, Gavin Reese Gleason, Sienna Miracle Gomes, Erin Kelsey Gorshboth, Christian Antonio Gray, Kajana Gray Richardson, Aaliyah Brianna Green, Kayla Nicole Green, Michaela Elisha Green, Janelle Michaela Griffin, Morgan Madison Gross, Christopher Rodrigo Guerrero, Mayank Gupta, Jemiah Pearl Hairston, Ezra Jacob Hall, Taylor Renee Hall, Olivia Elizabeth Hammond, Raven Viossi Harrington, Addison Taylor Harris, Cariana Renee Harris, Isaac Lott Harris, Tanaya Trinity Harrison, Terrell Teron Harrison Jr., Nicholas Aiden Hartman, Katarina Grace Haupt, Maida Rajiv Hegaday, Gregory James Heiger, Talik Lonnie Henderson Lloyd, Miyabi Hasagawa Henriksen, Caitlin Samantha Hertz, Ella May Hicks, Dominic Enrique Hill, Joseph Brian Hilty Jr., Elizabeth Charlotte Weaver Holcomb, Jordan Marie Holden, Kevin Ki Hong, Kara Marie Horton. Cameron William House. Claire Unkirikan Ijoma. Queen Faramalua Imoimie. Malaika Iqbal. Tasmia Islam. Austin Jane. Matthew Robert Jamerson. Renee Ariel Jarenson. Ethan Joseph Janot. Michelle Joanna Jebasilan. Daho Zhang. Aswanth Jioram Kumar. Dia Jindal. Eva Jaslyn Ajit John. Zachary Nicholas Johnson. Kira L. Jones. Makai Stephen Jones. Irene Bridget Joes. Vasudev Krishna Joshi. Ashok Katagala. Ria Reddy Daru. Hanbit Kang. Braden Philip Kartanowitz. Ashmeet Carr. Jacob Dalton Kowalski. Jake David Keller. Bora Murat Keskin. Grace Hue Nuam Kai. Simrik Kadiwada. Unzela Hakim Kawaja. Brittany Shanice Koot Watson. Andrew K. Kim. Jin Cook Kim. Marina Kim. Ryan Minsuk Kim. Hannah Nicole Kohlhoff. Taylor Alexis Kraft. Amelia Marie Craig. Margaret Ann Craig. David Paul Krupiarts. Mitchell Isaac Kushner. June Kwan. Caitlin Marie Land. Gavin Thomas Lang. Mia Alberta Laff. Jiho Lee. Victoria Susie Lee. Robert Alex Letizio. Antoinasia Tiana Lipscomb. Bradley Stephen Livingston. Christian Lubia Logan. Jada Melissa Lavelle. Mason Dylan Lucas. Mustafa Tariq Lukman. Xavier Walsh Macharoni. Claire Catherine Matachi. Giselle Janet Magana Lopez. Tyrese Robert Mays. Christopher David Mann. Dennis Timothy Marr. Spence Marsden. Chikwendu Zubike Marthins. Emmanuel Esteban Martinez.
Brooke Ashley Matney. Brianna Marie May. Erin Elizabeth Maynard. Brianna Marie May. Erin Elizabeth Maynard. Juliet Malika Irene Umbulu. Natalie Paulina McCourt. DeMarcus LaShawn McCullough Jr. Ryan Indy Adair McDowell. Shemaya Marie McDowell. Shashina Azaria McDuffie. James Lewis McKenna. Kyle Alexander McKenna. Brant Alexander McNear. Daniel Christopher McPherson. Madison Haley McTier. Eduardo Antonio Mahija. Regan Sloan Melner. Shreya Komalakaran Menon. Henry Christopher Metzger. Kyle Jeffrey Miller. Calvin James Miller Chestnut. Dominic Lee Miser. Annalise Ellen Mari. Rebecca Madison Montoro. Christopher Stewart Moody. Zaye Monet Moody. Morgan Victoria Ann Moore. Olivia Marie Morgan. Nathaniel Isaiah Moses. Ann Patrick Moynihan. Kiara Lynette Murray. Michaela Ida Marie Murray. Connor Avery Myers. Onyx Nagetka. Christopher Adeniel Tuckin. Amanda Negrete. Anthony Isaiah Negrone. Catherine Elizabeth Nelson. Mars Nicole Nelson. Sarah Paige Nairhood. Maya Angel Gimbuk. Ka Wen. Tyson Tin Wen. Justin John Nikita. Arya Tarani. Nithya Sai Nuvala. Benjamin Ku Obera. Anye Bucci Michael Odogwe. Olawa Mayoa Daniel Akua. Jesse Alamide Oloko. Mazzino Aludia Oluano. Emmanuel Akindele Kwame Amole. Lee Michael Orders. Megan Elizabeth Achet. Brian Ellis Owusu Saki. Abigail Elizabeth Pardo. Somi Park. Christina Adelia Parnell. Ayush Shirag Patel. Bansari Maniskumar Patel. Jaina Ajish Patel. Nayan Shapul Patel. Om Vipulkumar Patel. Ria H. Patel. Kai Vashan Peterson. Ayana J. Farrow. Noah Morgan Phillips. Wade Michael Phillips. Vatsala Sai Palagram. Rhea Brianna Planter. Owen Edward Plutarch. Gabrielle Elizabeth Raybold. Andrew Richard Radford. Savika Reina. Jamima Deborah Rajesh. Munira Aluwapulemi Raji. Ronaldo Leonardo Ramos Quinteros. Studi Pranav Rao. Joseph Scott Radaba. Amari Darnell Ray. Syed Ali Abbas Raza. Kenneth Dwayne Reeves. Prakiti Rejmi. Jade Allen Ricks. Muhammad Hashim Abbas Rizvi. Julia Kristen Rowe. Louisa Pagtalan Rogashan. Isabel Rosario. Ethan Michael Rukaberry. Madison Nicole Russell. Maya Amen Saleh. Amin Ahmad Salih. Karen Nicole Sanchez. Rebecca Shear. Hannah Catherine Schwab. Ella Taryn Schwacka-Boger. Patrick, hold up. Patrick Andrew Chandra. Gabrielle Francis Scott. Julian Wesley Scott. Brady Scott. Matthew Jacob Seliger. Kaylee Marie Samansky. Harsh Mitul Shah. Farhan Shakib. Shifeng Sheng. Shifeng Shao. Satvik Sharma. Evelyn Kathleen Shedleski. Jay Atpul Sheth. Jacob Dabin Shim. Matthew Richard Segalis. Sophia Kelly Simpson. Donche Demetria Sims. Madison Zoe Sims. Joseph Meyer Circus. Brian Mason Sizemore. Eric William Scarbeck. Charles John Smith, Jr. Kendall Mackenzie Smith. Robert Warren Smith. Tyrone Keon Smith. Christopher Dale Snell, Jr.
Wanifemi Joshua Shola Adeboa. Liliana Nasira Soler. Anthony Jose Samosa. Nicole Elizabeth Spar. Michael Nicholas Adeyemi Spencer. Sanaya Shrivastava. Deja Lee Standifer. Frank Aiden Starr. Caroline Grace Stavro. Will Peter Stefanos. Ryan John Stewart. Christopher Borislav Stoichkov. Justin Nathan Storms. Victor Sanjay Struck. Emma K. Stuber. Andrew Campbell Tate. Anaya Celestine Tape. Brianna Lanai Thornton. Layla Thurston. Samantha Valerie Tran. Sarah Ty Tran. Samuel Luis Treviso. DeMarcus Joseph Turner. Diego Lamar Turner. Gabrielle Nicole Tyre. Mason Ellis Vale. Catherine Valencia. Annika Jane Valentine. Sudukshita Varajan. Cameron Cristobal Vela. Christopher Michael Verderame. Matthew Ryan Verderame. Sebastian Hazel Vilches. Elizabeth Ann Walter. Maggie Fan Wong. Sydney Elizabeth Wiesfeld. Connor Grayson Wells. Andrew Scott Wenstron. Alexis Grace Worling. Waverly Olivet Wheeler. Brian Carroll Hamkey Wicker. Arjun Quentin Williams. Eileen Lydia Williams. Jaquan Terrell Williams. Tyler Michaela Williams. Caleb Obed Chingatai Williams Murgarani. Jasmine Elena Wilson. Luke Robert Wilson. Paige Avery Wine. Jacob Thomas Wingers. Alexandra Marie Wolper. Lucas Jason Wooten. Elliot Nico Wright. Angelina Zhu. Adelina Soyoung Yoon. Spencer Francis Andromeda Young. Christopher James Young. Tia Ann Yu. Viola Jington Yu. Kyle Stephen Zeter. Phoebe Zhang. Jamie Zheng. Caroline Korb Zaluka. Nenad Zivkovic. Dr. Wu, please allow the following Howard County Public School System staff members to award their children's diploma. Melanie Hanson Boone, Deep Run Elementary School, and Daniel Boone, Maintenance. Nathaniel Patton Boone. David Burton, Central Office. Carissa Aline Burton. Melissa Carney. Melissa Carney, Cradle Rock Elementary School. Sarah Elizabeth Carney. Molly Carolyn, Duckett's Lane Elementary School. Presley James Carolyn. Holly Chiang, Central Office. Brady John Ho-Chun Chung. Jackie Coleman, Howard High School, and Gregory Coleman, Bowman Bridge Elementary School. Garrett Patrick Coleman. Suzanne Penzies, Bowman Bridge Elementary School. Benjamin Richard Coyle. Elizabeth Holloway, Cedar Lane School. Azure Ari Bashalomia Griffin. Jeannie Griffin, Central Office. Sithra Natasha Griffin. Christina Hadaway, Waverly Elementary School. Lauren Amanda Hadaway. Kristen Pica, Cedar Lane School. Connor Joseph Henderson. Christina Hines, Hanover Hills Elementary School. Jordan May Hines. Sue Ho, Thomas Viaduct Middle School. Nathaniel Gideon Ho. Maria Keefe, Swansfield Elementary School. Duran Keefe. Tammy Lynch, Harper's Choice Elementary School. Jacob Dylan Lynch. Tasha McGlocky, Ilchester Elementary School. Maya Angela Guala McGlocky. Sarah Mahaffey, Phelps Luck Elementary School. Duncan Volley Mahaffey. Kimberly Menk, Wild Lake Middle School. Jessica Marie Menk. Patty Otero, Central Office. Ryan Antonio Otero. Christina Bradshaw, Lake Elkhorn Middle School. Rebecca Blair Overton. Anne Marie Pamacholu, Howard High School. Christopher Thomas Pamacholu. Michelle Redmiles, Department of Special Education. Taylor Ann Elizabeth Redmiles. Amy Rice, Hanover Hills Elementary School. Stephen Tucker Rice. Gina Robinson, Waverly Elementary School. Bailey Ann Robinson. Christina Rosendorf, Mount Hebron High School. Luke Daniel Rosendorf. Isabel Della Rosa, Howard High School. Charlie Sebastian Sheely. Sharon McGuire Smith, Stevens Forest Elementary School. Sharon. Next name? Okay, sorry. Margie Seibert, Holman Hospital. Thomas Kennedy Seibert. Maureen Taylor, Howard High School. Owen Delahanty Taylor. Beth Trey, Reservoir High School. Zoe Jansen Trey. Christina Wilson, Elk Ridge Elementary School. Connor Michael Wilson. Liz Yankel, Rockburn Elementary School. Nicholas William Yankel.
I am Belle Larson, president of the senior class. Members of the Howard High School graduating class of 2022, will you please rise? Moving the tassel from one side of your cap to the other signifies the formal completion of the program of study. We have arrived at that point in our high school careers. Please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Please join us in singing the first stanza of the Howard High School alma mater. The words are printed on the back of the program.
Yeah. Hail, Howard,
right, you ready? Here we go.